Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your weekly reading for the week of October 15th through the 21st of 2020. Thank you so very much for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Eric, and it's very, very nice to meet you. And if you're returning, what's up, guys? So, thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Also you can find me on Patreon, patreon.com/divine conversations. Lots of excellent other great stuff over there, including monthly love readings for each sign. Yes? All right, Virgo, so we're going to look at what the energies are for you this coming week of the 15th through the 21st of October. I do want to preface this with, I highly recommend that you guys investigate what your rising sign is. My channel has switched to a sidereal astrology, true sidereal astrology focus instead of tropical astrology. But whether you follow tropical astrology or sidereal astrology, I highly recommend that you focus first initially on your rising sign, because ultimately your rising sign is most likely going to be the one that resonates the most for you. Obviously, you can watch these and any other reading in terms of your moon or sun sign, or any other placement of planet that is within Virgo or any other sign. You could even watch this for a specific house, whatever house Virgo or any other sign would be in your chart. However, if you're looking for just for the general guidance for the week, I recommend that the week or the month or whatever, I recommend that you focus more on your rising sign, because that's usually going to be the one that most likely resonates the most for you. Yes? So this reading is mostly going to be, is really intended for Virgo rising. However, if you can watch it for your sun and moon, Venus, Jupiter, Mars, Mercury, North Node, South, whatever. You can watch it for whatever, but generally speaking, Virgo rising here. Yes? All right, guys, let's get into it and see what we've got for this week. Hi, Spirit. Please make me a clear channel for all Virgos. Please bring forward the best messages to serve the highest good of all involved for the week of October 15th through the 21st, 2020. Thank you so much, Spirit. All right, Virgo, let's get into this here and see what we've got for you. So starting you off, we're going to get this 5 shuffles and we'll see what your general theme is for this week. Yes? 1. 2. 3. For my Virgo rising. 4 for the week of October 15th through the 21st, 2020, and 5. Let's try that again. 5. All right, Virgo, let's see, what is your general theme this week? We have 4th chakra, Archangel Raphael with financial constraints. Okay. So it seems that there is some heart chakra cleansing and clearing, cleansing, clearing, and healing that needs to happen within your heart chakra that is causing you to deal with some sort of financial constraints. Okay, financial constraints can be kind of seen as a 5 of Pentacles type energy, but this is specifically financial. All right, so this has to do with your lack of abundance here. I feel like this week you're going to be addressing this discrepancy, this blockage within your heart chakra that's keeping you, quite frankly, Virgo, I feel like this is keeping you from believing or feeling like you're even worthy of having the things that you need, or maybe even the things that you want. This kind of feels like a second house issue. Your second house has to do with your finances and your ability to acquire wealth, the things that you have, not only the ability to acquire wealth, but to also maintain it. you might want to, this does feel like a second house issue, so you might want to, if you have access to it, you might want to look at your chart and see what planets may be in your second house. Maybe if you have some retrograde planets in your second house, okay? Let's now look at what is crowning you this week. 4 shuffles. 1. What's crowning you? What's on your mind? What's in your thought process? What could help your thought process? 2. Sorry. I saw something out of the corner of my eye. I wanted to make sure one of my cats hadn't caught another lizard. 3. And 4 for you, Gemini. Not Gemini, I just did Gemini. I'm so sorry. Virgo. There we go. All right, Virgo. What's crowning you this week? My Virgos here. Diligence. Interesting. So maybe there's a lack of discipline here for you, Virgo, that seems to be catching up with you, but I find that hard to believe. Oh, okay. But see, now there could be a lack of discipline in terms of believing in yourself, believing that you are worthy of receiving what it is you truly desire. Want and need, yes, but I kind of feel like for the most part, you guys are pretty much okay in terms of getting what it is that you want and what you need. Granted, it may be at a very bare minimum, okay? Maybe you're just scraping by in some ways. But crowning you, diligence here is either diligence in believing that you are able and capable of and worthy of receiving all of the things that you really want, of course within divine timing, but also this diligence could be on behalf of clearing up your heart chakra, cleansing and healing your heart chakra so that you can move away from this reality of financial constraint, however that is manifesting for you in your life. That makes a lot more sense. Okay, let's look at what is rooting you, what's driving you, what's grounding you in this situation. 4 shuffles. 1. 2. 3. And 4. All right, Virgo, what's grounding you? What's driving you this week? Liberation. Okay, see, you're the driving force here for you this week, Virgo. Even though this might be a pretty heavy and hard thing for you to handle or to deal with, this might be something you've been struggling with for a while, okay? But this is all in the guise or in the effort to liberate yourself. Liberate yourself from these financial constraints. Finally doing the heart chakra cleansing, healing, and clearing that you need to do so that you can be in flow with manifestation and with abundance, so that you can move out of some sort of poverty or lack mentality. Okay? Let's look at your tarot for the week. Now, I keep calling this, this is only the second week that I'm doing this spread. Initially, when I developed this spread, I'm going to give this 5 shuffles for you here, Virgo. 1. Initially, when I developed this spread, I was looking at timelines, but this tarot section can be interchangeable. So we're just going to look at your tarot for the week, yeah? This is 2. For my Virgos, this is 3. 4. 4. And 5 for you, Virgo. All right, so let's cut the deck here. All right, now we're gonna look timeline A, timeline B. This either could be 2 separate timelines that you could be walking this week, or this could just be the progression of the energies for you throughout the week, okay? Timeline A, we have the Fool, the Ace of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles. Excellent. This is your energy here, Virgo. I do see the Pages and the Knights as the mutable energies. Okay, timeline B, Three of Wands, High Priestess, Page of Swords. Interesting. This is Gemini energy. Maybe you have Gemini as a placement that you need to pay attention to. Maybe you might want to watch the Gemini reading. That actually kind of makes sense, because the Gemini reading was a lot of this week was a lot about a type of liberation as well. Okay. Common denominator here. You have the Hermit. There you are, Virgo, with the Five of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles. Excellent. At the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Swords, Virgo. I love this. I really do love this for you. Okay. So, well, let's look a little deeper here. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Ace of Swords, yes, with the Magician, the Ten of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. Excellent. King of Pentacles and the King of Wands even. Yeah. Okay, excellent, excellent, excellent. I like this, Virgo, because it really does look like you are in the process of liberating yourself. There's truth, there's honesty, there's clarity. Overall energy here for you being the Ace of Swords, the Magician, and the Ten of Wands is an energy of you becoming to terms with the truth or realizing the truth and thus making moves, doing something with that. The Magician manifesting through this truth or understanding or clarity that you're gaining here to release yourself from the burdens, the strife, the Ten of Wands. Common denominator between your two energies of the week here in the Tarot is none other than your own self, the Hermit, with the Five of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so you're really going within and finding the truth, the honesty, and the clarity, clearing up what it is that has been keeping you in a sense of despair or mourning or sorrow. Seven of Pentacles is the harvest, or is that energy of changing direction. Saying to yourself, is this truly what I want any longer? Yes or no? Obviously, I think the biggest thing would say, no, this is not what I want any longer. Okay, so what do I do to get out of it? How do I change the situation here? Seven of Pentacles can also be seen as the energy, an energy of, like, say, Einstein's definition of insanity, of doing something over and over again, expecting the same way, but expecting a different result. But here, Virgo, here, Virgo, I feel like you're really starting to liberate yourself. I mean, all of the cards speak to it. You have the Ace of Swords, the Magician, the Fool, the Ace of Wands. Now, in terms of this for you, Virgo, I wonder if some of you have some sort of Gemini energy that you could benefit from. Look at your chart. Maybe it's your sun, your moon, your rising somehow. Maybe you could be dealing with a Gemini somehow that is related to this situation, because I keep wanting to say Gemini for you. Granted, I just did the Gemini reading right before I'm doing yours. So, okay, that's kind of a thing, but like, I don't know. Take it as it resonates for yourself. Okay. Didn't I do this last week for you? I think I did. I was in the middle of doing your reading and I kept saying Gemini, and there was a few of you out, well, there was one person I remember specifically that was like, no, I am dealing with a Gemini and now I get it. Thank you for driving that home. Okay, cool. But take it as it resonates, you guys. So anyway, I do feel like there are distinctly two pathways some of you could be walking here. The first one is just taking a leap of faith because you understand this inspiration, or you have this inspiration already and you're ready to start a new life, a new chapter for yourself. In terms of this timeline here for you, Virgo, I don't feel like there's too much contemplation that's happening because, quite frankly, I don't think you really need to contemplate much any longer. You see it for what it truly is, or at least you have the inspiration and you know intrinsically or at your core that you don't have to give it that much thought, because you know you want to move in this direction. So just do it, is kind of what I'm getting here for you, Virgo. In this timeline, at least. Okay. In the second one here, we do have a bit of contemplation. We have the Three of Wands with the High Priestess and the Page of Swords. So this could be an energy of two parts of this Virgo collective that are going through this type of energy here. One is ready to take the leap of faith. The other is not so sure yet, is more contemplative, is seeking understanding, is seeking guidance. But quite frankly, there is a little twinge here in this part of the dynamic for you, Virgo, where it's saying the High Priestess is like, come on, you can search forever, but you're not going to get all the answers. I'm not going to give you all the answers. At some point, you're just going to have to take that leap of faith. You've been on this path for long enough. Don't you understand the strife that's involved with it already? What more do you really need to understand, Virgo? It's time to move on from this pathway and start afresh, start something new. In a certain way, this kind of feels like this part of the collective that I'm channeling for right now that's still in this Seven of Pentacles. Let me wait it out. Let me see. Let me harvest a little more Einstein's definition of insanity. Hate to break it to you, Virgo, but that's kind of what I'm feeling, at least partially, in this part of the collective here, in this part of the timeline. All right, let's go a little further and get some Lenormand here. I'm going to shuffle this 3 times for you, Virgo. 1, 2, and 3. And I really want to start with clarifying your common denominator here. Now, your common denominator, Virgo, does have to do with both timelines here, and I do feel like either you are on the side where you are ready to go, let's take this leap of faith, I'm done being sorrowful, I'm done being upset about this, maybe even I'm done crying over this, in which case this could actually have something to do with romance, but I don't feel like it's really that much. It could be wrapped up into this somehow, it could be part of the dynamic for you, but this is more physical, financial, material, because you do have financial constraints there. And then for the other part of the collective, it's like you're needing to go within, you're needing to figure this out for yourself, and yet you're still kind of crying over it and waiting for things to evolve or change when I don't really think it's going to, unless you take the lead, you take the leap of faith and move forward with it, okay? So that's how these two timelines are connected through this common denominator here. But let's look a little deeper into this, please. Time. No, I don't even really want to pull another card for that because it's pretty obvious, Virgo. Time's a ticking. In some cases, time is wasting, I'm hearing. In other cases, this can be seen as kind of like an alarm clock. You're ready to go. There's a rooster here. Can be seen as a wake-up call. The alarm is going off. Some of you are hearing it and taking action. Others of you are kind of pressing the snooze button a little bit. It's time to go. Yeah, the Fool. The top timeline I really don't feel like is necessary to clarify. I really want to focus here. The 3 of Wands, High Priestess, and the Page of Swords. So for the 3 of Wands, please. The maze. Going round and round, round and round and round we go. I'm also hearing beating around the bush. Ooh, Virgo, High Priestess. The Whip. Baby, I'm not making it up. I'm hearing stop questioning the universe so much and just go with it. Just go with the flow. And if you do that, abundance will come to you. This is all, oh, come on, Virgo. This is exactly what we're talking about here. The High Priestess is kind of whipping you into shape, saying, Virgo, stop questioning this. You don't need to know all the answers. Haven't you experienced enough? Why are you refusing to let this go? Now, for some of you, I understand why you might be refusing, why you might be beating around the bush, why you might be, I guess, procrastinating or stalling, because going within is probably going to reveal some really deep, dark secrets that you've been keeping from yourself, and I understand. I am not trying to judge you there. I'm not trying to judge you at all, quite frankly, but to be honest, I absolutely would not judge you there. All right, Page of Swords. I mean, at this point, the Page of Swords is pretty self-explanatory in terms of the fact that, you know, you're just seeking, and there's this almost immature energy of just continually searching for information that's not really necessary to find any longer. Yeah? Page of Swords, please. The passionate man, determined. I mean, this is some strong determination. Strong determination. You have the sun at the bottom of the deck, though. What is this, please? The mountain. Okay. All right, Virgo. The mountain, okay, but then there's the fox at the, ooh, all right. I'm hearing there's some sort of determination here. There's determination to overcome some obstacle. But I feel, but the expression on this man's face is, yes, it's very passionate, very determined, but it also looks kind of obsessive. With the mountain here, the mountain can be a good thing. The mountain can be the road less traveled. The mountain can be overcoming some major obstacle. The mountain can be putting forth a great deal of effort in towards achieving something. But at this point, I feel like what this is saying here, Virgo, is you've become obsessive. You've become obsessed with seeking some sort of information, finding something out, and I'm not sure it's really going to serve you the way that you think it will, because as I was channeling that, I heard, let it go. You cannot move this mountain, Virgo. It is what it is. Instead of trying to move the mountain, why not either climb it, like go over it, or go around it? This mountain is what it is. And you're not going to be able to change it. A mountain is not changeable. Not by the hands of human force, unless you're using dynamite or some shit. You know what I mean? I want to pull one more. The fox, with the fox being at the bottom of the deck here, I feel like there's a sense of almost a lone wolf mentality, having to look over one's shoulder. Yes, this might be honorable, this might be diligent, this might be an honorable cause at its core, but I think at this point, if you're really vibing with this timeline here, Virgo, I feel like you are the one leaving yourself out in the cold at this point. There's no reason that, the feeling that I get from this fox energy is that there's no reason that this fox should have to scavenge, should have to steal almost. This fox could be well taken care of if they just accept something. I want to get one last pull on this energy here. Oh, goodness. Orion got another lizard, and I bet you it's the same lizard that I... Oh, Jesus Christmas, you guys. Anyway. Okay, so now we have the man holding a rose here, which to me feels like a much softer... Sorry, you're listening to my cat play with his lizard in the house. Which feels like a much softer, much more compassionate energy, and you have that with the compass and the magnifying glass. Okay, and what this is saying to me here is, I think instead of being so obsessive in terms of trying to surmount something, trying to figure something out, trying to gain some sort of information that you don't necessarily need. Instead, I think you need to redefine your guidance system here. Virgo, I want to say to you, in terms of this energy, take a closer look at what it is you're truly after. Oh my God, is that lizard in my computer? Orion? Ooh, Orion, I'm about to snatch the fur off of you. Sidebar, my PC is over here, and it's got an open spot because the power supply is it crapped out on me, so I'm having it replaced, right? So there's this big open hole in the bottom and back of my PC, and my cat, that lizard that it just brought in, that lizard is now in my PC, and it's probably gonna destroy my motherboard, cat! Oh my god, I can't believe it. But we're almost done with the reading, so I'm gonna finish that now, and then I'll deal with my children. So Virgo, what I really want to say to you is, I really feel like you need to ask yourself, what is it I'm searching for? What is it? What is my goal? What am I after here? Why am I searching so hard for this bit of information that I can't seem to find, that the universe is now trying to tell me that I don't really need? I just heard again, it's time for you to let go of it. All right, Virgo? Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this was helpful for you. I love you guys so very much, and I hope you have a great week, and I look forward to connecting with you again for our next reading for next week. Yeah? Take care. Mwah!